La 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 lattes were a la 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 lattes were a. Hey everybody, happy Saturday. Your girl Tay is in the building. Drop those unicorns for me. Hey Terry, as you can see, the fair use is on the screen. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that you know. Y'all know how it go. But welcome, and welcome some more. Hopefully everybody is having a wonderful Saturday. As I can see in the YouTube streets, it's pork. Listen, my grandbaby agreed. It's pork, chicken, and beef going on at the moment. So, with that being said, I just came to get my little time in. Hopefully, everybody is here to rock with me. Hey, Renithia. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, Deborah. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Welcome in the building. We're going to have a great conversation. You know, it's always great entertainment. I'm definitely happy everybody came to visit Tay. Make sure you hit that like button for me. Support is everything. Support is definitely everything. I'm going to give it a couple of moments and then we definitely going to get into the topic. Good to see all my unicorns in the building, all my loyal Tays. Let's talk about it. Hey, Rhonda. Yes. Listen, y'all. It is crazy, okay? I hope y'all been out here bobbing and weaving. Okay, you know, Tay stay out the way, but I'm going to definitely give my display today, honey, because we talking about AI, we talking about a trip, we talking about birthday, and me personally, it's crazy for me because I am a parent, right? And although people don't do the same things the same way, I don't know why people think when they doing something that they supposed to do, it's a flex, baby. It's not throwing a shot to anybody when you are doing what it is that you supposed to do. That's what we will want to see more of from you. Okay. When you have to keep the factors like it's a surprise to the internet, like surprise, my kids is with me. Thank you, Renithia. I definitely appreciate the support. When you have to throw it out there like surprise, my kids is with me, that should make you feel some type of way on the way that you have to go about displaying your babies. Okay, that's not for us. That should totally be for you and for them. And anything that communicates family and closeness, we definitely going to support it. And that's what the whole conversation be about. If you ask me, you think that the content creators be getting up on their platforms hating. No, a lot of the content creators get on a platform and they be advising, trying to give a person a better way to go about things. But then it's crazy when they think that they're flexing, doing what it is that they are supposed to be doing. Make it make sense. It's still got to be drama attached to something that's supposed to be positive. I don't understand. I hope y'all hitting that like button. That's right. Let's get it, Renithia. You know, Tay came to say what it is that she got to say. And me personally, it'd be crazy that people be feeling a certain type of way about the truth. The truth is going to be the truth. And the truth is just like a person knew what it is that they was doing before the factors before the factors of them going on that trip by dropping that AI pic. Let's talk about it. Okay. They knew that they was going to do the little stir up because me personally, girl, Retta is going to whip your ass for dropping her AI kids. You always stealing somebody else's ish. Okay. At the end of the day, you can't come up with something on your own, even to be funny. That's the fact that it goes back to the old saying. They not laughing with you, they laughing at you. And a lot of people on this internet be thinking that people be laughing with them when actually they're being laughed at an all-time high. Okay, because when you thinking what you doing is spiting someone else and it's only actually spiting yourself, and you think that what you doing is being funny to others and it's only making you look funny to others, that's something that you should discover within, because everything that a person do is not a shot to another person. Sometimes you could create a shot, but that shot can actually backfire on you. But for me, it just showed you the loonies, okay? It just showed you the loonies that exist and coexist within our existence, okay? Because in the process of you dropping that pic, you got people in the comments, right? You got people in the comments. Oh, he really looked like you. Oh, he looks like Ja. Now you mean to tell me that them people, okay, that goes to tell you what, when we wonder why they could support or how they could support the antics that they do, that should explain it all to you. When them people is in them comments and saying stuff like they can't wait to meet AI babies, when you got people in the comments saying that AI babies look like the mammy and the pappy, right? And they can't wait to meet them. And oh my God, they are so beautiful. And oh my God, look, they was even pointing out distinctive features that was not there. When if delusional was a group of people or a person, then it definitely fits the descript. Everything else is self-explanatory from there. I'm being honest. It rang out loud and clear to me once I was reading those comments, baby. Cause ain't no way in God darn hell them people was grown as shit in them comments talking about them AI kids. Mind you, they wasn't just even kids that she created on her own. They was kids that Retta dropped weeks ago. You went and got twins of somebody else's twins and still tried to put them off as your kids. You couldn't even self-generate something of your own. And that goes to show everything that comes attached to you is a clone. When it comes down to the factors of business and family, you don't know how to do those things, because everything that a person goes about, it be fraudulently. So you can't build something of your own when you busy focusing on everybody else's. On everybody else's. You mean to tell me. Yes, feelings, books. That's sad as yes, sad as hell is an understatement. Like I really felt sad for them people when I was reading them comments. And y'all know Tay is a whole fool out here, right? Okay, you can't take none of this shit seriously. It's supposed to be entertainment purposes only. And I was damn sure entertained as I was reading those comments, baby, because ain't no way in the hell them people is sitting there talking about they want to meet some AI babies. First of all, one of the babies didn't even have a thumb. One of the babies did not. Did that not ring off to nobody? Like that didn't stand out to nobody. Nobody. First of all, the girl twin was light skinned. We've been seeing even the factors of these kids being in cartoon characters, okay? It's a total change in display. I don't give a damn what nobody say. So to see those people within those comments basically complimenting the fact is that those twins looked it like they parents, it kind of was funny. I had to chuckle because just like they are not a carbon copy of a real thing, them babies are not a carbon copy of a real thing either. Just like them babies is fake, the parents is just as fake. And that's what you would expect. But then people have to remember, once again, hey, blessed beyond measures. Hey, everybody coming in. know, Tay gotta definitely give her commentary, and then I'll get down into the comments because my ADHD is strong, baby. I'll be done forgot my train of thought, baby. But the thing about the fact is in the situation, right? It's entertainment purposes only. And I think people be forgetting that. And me being in those comments, I definitely was that. I was entertained for one off of the foolishness, how people actually can fall into stupid shit. But then you have to realize if a person is an entrepreneur, I'm not going to put anything with the factors of creator because they pursuing everywhere they goddamn go. Okay, so something with panua that sounds like manure, then it's a kind of match for me, right? So I'm gonna go with that one because this is close gonna be. But in the factors of not creating but putting out content, a person did exactly what it is that they are supposed to do, give people something to talk about. But it's not the factors of fooling anybody. It's just about reading the room. You know, we all tell our kids, read the room, read the room. It's supposed to be a time and a place for everything. This girl just did a whole live talking about how she closed down her kids' pages because she wasn't going to be showing them on the internet like that, and this, that, and the third, and so on. Bullshit, and more bullshit, right? So then instead of you not having to post nothing and actually not post your kids, you actually post AI images of made up kids. You understand what it is that I'm saying? So it always creates a different narrative, and it makes people say things as if, oh, a person must be ashamed or feel a certain type of way when it comes down to their actual kids. Because when it comes down to the factors of the older kids, there is no coverage. Why the older kids wasn't put in AI as well? If you was gonna post the younger kids in AI before you left, why you ain't post the older kids in AI too once you got there? Ain't it supposed to be equal opportunity? It could have been a whole AI family. You could have AI you in the moose as well too. Oh shit, you know what? Listen, and whatever you tell AI to do, it be doing. So if you would have told them to include the moose, listen, I'm gonna make that as a thumbnail, y'all. I'm going to make an AI thumbnail with her, the moose, the two AI babies, and the other three kids, okay? And we gonna the other four kids, and we gonna go from there and see how that goes about, okay? Because people be really trying to play in people's face. You don't mind putting the other kids out here any type of way, but you want to basically make it seem to the people that supporting you, you trying to keep your kids covered by all means necessary. Where's the coverage, sis? I mean, me personally, I wouldn't give a damn about when people say this would be killing me, right? Sorry. When people say they don't give a damn about what the internet say, but then they actions show that they give a shit about what the internet say. It's so confusing because if I didn't give a shit about what the internet say about my oldest kids, then I damn sure wouldn't give a fuck about what my kid what the internet said about my youngest kids. It would be equal opportunity, sis. It would go hand in hand. Unless somebody else is got their hand in the situation to enforce the factors of the coverage of those kids. And we would say that it is the moose. But if you say that a person is not controlling you, it seems like you don't even have control of you at this point. Because either you're feeding into the internet or you feeding into someone else or stealing from someone else. At least this weekend while you busy with your children, maybe some and everybody things will be safe. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That don't make sense. Exactly. For the grandma. Listen, even let's be realistic people, okay? Even if you do a separation of trips because people are adults, you understand? You do want to spend time when you have time outside of time, right? But if you was gonna take the grandmother and one and two, if you was gonna take Lala and the twins, then it should have been a thing where it should have been all of the kids. But at any point in time, she can do something with all of her kids as a group. We celebrating it because anytime anything else comes out, it's of the negative. I mean, I'm just gonna say it. I definitely appreciate that. And I definitely appreciate you. Thank you for coming in, Teresa. Hey, Wanda. Hey, Talisha. Hey, Nina. I see you down there. Hey, Sunshine. Hey, beautiful. Definitely, but I'm just saying it's supposed to be equal. You want your kids to feel equal at all points in time. Now, I can understand even if the older ones is a little bit older, they're teenagers now. They're almost just as big as she is, right? So, with that being said, you know how sometimes you could do things with the older kids that you can't do with the little kids. That's just common sense. And it's things that you're going to do with the little kids that the older kids is just not going to want to do. But when you do celebrate the kids in whole, it should be equal. It shouldn't see like or seem like you're putting more into this group than it is that you're putting into this group, because the only thing that separates them is the age group. As the family, that is a whole group. So you have to find a way to basically do time organization to where it can be mommy and daddy. You understand? And sometimes mommy and daddy may consist of doing what it is with the group. And that may be the way that you get your time in too. But it's supposed to be no man left behind, baby. Because just because you do something with the one kid this week, you possibly could do something with the other group of kids next week. It's a common thing. But when you put in one set of kids on the surface to be seen any type of way, and then you acting like you covering up the other set of kids, it makes the view that you putting out confusing. Because my thing is, it was on some, yeah, we was popping it, clock that T. You was the factors of proving to everybody that you was pregnant, you was having babies, you was putting raw cheeks to toilet seats. That was a thing. Like, I don't know if people think that we forget or forgot what has happened in this saga. Right, Didi. I just want to know how she going to ask for GoFundMe money and go on vacation. That's crazy. Because see, what she's telling us is her actual responsibilities fall on the supporters, baby. She's going to do what she want with her money, and she's going to do what she need with their money. It's a difference. You understand? We're not going to act like even if a person income has lessened, it hasn't fully depleted. They out here selling fake bags, shaking fake ass, fake shoes, books, and a whole slew of other things. So they scrambling and scrambling to make sure that those ends meet. And even though it may not be the same income as it used to be, any income is better than no income, baby. You're going to have to learn to make use with what it is that you got. And at some point in time, people live well above their means. I've done it, and sometimes I still do it. I'll buy and spend on shit that I know I really don't need. Do you understand? And who has to pay for it in the long run? Me. Because at some point you find yourself taking from Peter to pay to Paul, and then you chasing your tail to pay all of y'all. So it comes to falls back on the same person that is trying to show face for everybody else, rather than actually creating a different lifestyle, so it suits everybody within the situation. And that would be the perfect way to grow. They say when you get more money, you want more shit. And that be the way the cookie crumble for a lot of people within the situation. Because especially when you have a personality, right? When people have a personality, that them being seen in a certain type of way, far as materialistic things, that's supposed to insinuate to other people that they are making it. Some people think different than others. Some people don't feel that their achievements comes with the things that people can't take away from them versus the things that people can. Me personally, you could spend money on something materialistic and that shit could be going by today or tomorrow, and the money is going too. So now what use is any of it to you? You put on for the put on, and now you still got to put back. Hey, Lori. Welcome, everybody coming in the building. I'm blessed that all of y'all are here with me today and we sharing this gift, because if God woke all of us up this morning, we beat the odds, baby. Anything else is an extra. And that's what I be talking about. People doing the extra. Sometimes, most times, less is more. And you will learn that the hard way. And I've learned that a lot of times the hard way, because you'll put out more and sometimes you'll receive less. Sometimes you'll put out less and you'll receive way more, because by people doing too much, a lot of the times you can block your own blessings. And blocking your own blessings, that's creating a mess for you, because your test is your test. It's not nobody else's test, even if you're with someone else. So you could be thinking that you proving something to somebody else when the test was within self. You were supposed to be proving something to you. And while proving something to you, your actions will show to everyone else the person that you are or the person that you choose to become. But in the meantime, in between time, the action that's going to be seen is the person that you is. And currently, you're fitting that descript. Hey, Becca. For me, it's just that, because your kids should never be used as a pawn, not in a relationship, and definitely not to the world. Me personally, when a person turns off any device that they choose to tap in with, none of us no longer coexist. We don't have to actually be taken into another person's real life, baby. Hey, Mods. Hey, everybody coming in. Hit that like button for Tay. Hit that like button for Tay, baby, because I came for a short while, not a long while. I'm actually going to come live again. I just came to give my opinion about how it's always unequal when it comes to the children. You understand? I'm actually going to be live on Joy is Real platform. I don't know if y'all been on her platform or in her audience, you understand, or know about her channel, but I'm definitely going to be on her panel at 3 o'clock. We're going to have some actual, just calm conversation, you understand? So make sure once I leave from here, y'all catch me over there. If y'all not a subscriber to her channel as of yet, make sure y'all do that. You understand what I'm saying? It always one hand washes the face, one hand washes the other, and both hands wash the face. My bad, y'all. I have a daughter. I have a daughter her same age, and she would never do some old fake ass shit like that. Girl, she was abused, but she got out. She didn't stay. And my thing is, that be the difference in people activity. See, the difference is you said the key words. Your daughter was actually in a situation where she was abused. You understand? It's different when you get out and you're an actual victim. When other than when you got put out of a situation, because see, she was divorced. That means she was left. She didn't plan on leaving. She even tried to fight for something that was no longer there. right? But the difference in the situation here, she was lying about something that she was going through. The only person that was abusing her was her damn self. Okay. She tried to play victim in the situation and create somebody else to be the villain when all the while she was the villain that was dwelling within the situation the whole time. So we thankful within the situation because your daughter is basically like a Robert within this situation. I'm being honest because he was the victim. Because if he had to take that for 6 years, everybody everywhere need to pray for that man because we only got a half a dose. He actually deal with this girl in real life. He has kids. Like a fruit of his loins came from her. So with that being said, he has to deal with her even when we don't no longer. And that's a task. That's a task. That is the task. So anybody that gets out of a situation, thank you y'all for the support. You know I appreciate y'all the most. You know it, you know it, you know it. But yes, anybody who gets out of a situation where they are a victim, because it don't have to be on some tragic situation, because as we see, a lot of people ain't leaving those type of situations with their life, baby. You understand what I'm saying? So anytime a person can leave with their mental intact, or even be able to work on that on the outside while no longer in, that is the blessing, friend. Latte honey, for my kids' peace and happiness, I left my baby daddy. He took me to family court. I stand strong for my daughter and son. Last week, I won full custody. That's what I'm talking about, DS. That's what I'm talking about. Because some things only keep you attached to what hurts you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So by you doing that and winning that, it actually detached you from the situation that was hurting you. So it's no longer that. Let's talk about that. Let's clap it up for DS. For you see, you got to celebrate situations like that. She's in the comments and she's able to tell her story, and that is actually glory. When you no longer have to look over your shoulder or be controlled by a person because y'all share a certain situation and they use that situation as a control mechanism, that's a great thing. That is definitely a great thing. That's right. That's right. I appreciate all y'all that hit that like button for me, and definitely supporting me while we in this live. But that's what people need more of. And I'm not even talking about monetary support. I'm talking about actual support, because people will think that people is their friend and they actually be their frenemy. Okay. Because people will sit there and watch people or said people make a total fool of themselves. Okay. And instead of telling a person that they making a fool of themselves, they will let them process it as they doing a big one. You understand? As and disguise it as if they're doing their big one. You're not doing your big one. Not now only do the people that you think y'all laugh at together is y'all laughing at together. No, the people that you think that you laughing with is actually laughing at you. They just not actually telling you the truth. And that's the thing that bothers me. That is definitely the thing that bothers me. But like I said it 10 minutes ago. It's entertainment purposes only. And some people come to bring entertainment, but they entertainment is not purity or positivity. They show up any way that they can where it feels or they feel that they're going to get attention. Some people don't give a damn what type of attention they get, whether it's a negative or a positive, as long as they getting some type of attention, whatever it is. Some of us have morals. We just can't do certain things. Do you understand? Like some people will be able to play equal situations with somebody that really ain't shit. Why would you play equal opportunity to something that's not shit? I'm not giving equal opportunity to something that's beneath me, because I'm not equal to nothing that's down there. That would make no other sense. I'm not giving the energy or the same energy to nobody that they think that they're reflecting for me if it's not for me. that shit gonna have to miss me. And Bree fails at that challenge every time because she lives her life off of the factors of what people think online. And as long as you live your life off of what other people think, that's the way you're gonna be living for a long time, sis. And it's gonna continue to be negative because people going to continue to root on the bullshit behavior. I'm betting she paid for that whole B-Day trip. I'm betting 9 times out of 10 she had to put in some type of investment. If not all of it, then definitely some of it. Her card came out and swiped, or her phone definitely came out intact. Hello, Latte. Will you pray for me? I'm going through my divorce and praying I get full custody of my children. Damn it, stream y'all. They be moving so damn fast. Now I got to go all the way up. Well, I'm praying for you too. And I seen that up until the point that you going through a divorce and you going for full custody. And I pray that you get through both things because neither one of them is easy. To separate from something that you was attached to or possibly the only person that you knew over a certain circumstance or situation or length of time, and unbeknownst what the reason is that people are separating in the first place, then that's something to get through on both situations, fighting for custody and fighting for your mental while going through a divorce. Because at one point in time, you do love or have loved the person that you was at one point in time attached to. Oh, Sandra, what is your email? Oh, I see my moderator dropped it in the chat. Thank you. Oh, hey, Joy. I see you down here now. I ain't seen you before, but I was just telling them that I'm gonna be over on your channel at 3 o'clock and we gonna chop, 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 chop it up. But in the meantime, in between time, I wanted to come over here to my community and see if they see the same bullshit that I see. And yes, we are definitely praying for you, honey. We praying for everybody in the chat. The things that we know that people are going through and the things that we don't know that people may be going through. I just pray that you are able to get through and God guides you, wherever it may be. And like I said once again, thank you, Cheryl Wagner. Thank you, Wanda. And thank you, Cancer66, for the super chats that y'all sent. And the support is definitely felt and appreciated. I definitely appreciate those that hit that like button, that share, and definitely up in here. Like I tell you, I even appreciate the people that be up in the bushes. Okay, everybody is not a foe. They may not be a friend, but they definitely not a foe. Some people just be in the bushes listening. You understand? They just don't come into the chat because some people don't want to be involved with all of that, even though they want to know what it is that is going on. I am happy RH only had one child by stank, nasty, unfit, cross-eyed. Damn. Bree, you hear that? Did you read that? Unstick your eye and read that comment that's on the screen, girl. They said they happy that RH got away. And only had one child by you, baby. And I think Tay totally agrees. I definitely agree. And that's another thing that I've been seeing, right? And I'm just gonna say this, and this is coming from the factors of a parent, right? And I'm gonna be real with y'all. Y'all know Tay don't never speak on family shit, right? Y'all know Tay don't never speak on family shit. I speak on the divorce and the people that got divorced and the people that was in it, right? And with that being said, I try to steer away from family issues because that's not what it is that I'm here to do, right? But I'm going to say this. Anybody that is willing to use a man's child against him to try to poke shots is some real corny shit. Because me being a parent and raising a child, it's not easy. Okay, and it's going to be times in chapters in life where you have to put your foot down when it comes down to your kids. It's not going to always be an agreement. Do you understand? I don't know where these 2025 parents come, where it's supposed to be like the kids are supposed to have it the way that they want. And then once the parents say no, or actually have to put belt to ass, now they are villain. No, it takes a village to actually raise a goddamn kid. And if more kids had authority over them where their parents coexisted and it showed that their parents cared, then we would see a lot more better kids out here. Kids go through goddamn tantrums. It don't matter how old they get. They just have adult tantrums at some point in time. It's been times when mine and me did not agree. That don't take the factors of me being your parent and you're going to fucking respect me. And that's on that. I don't have to let you do what it is that you want to do. And if you come at me either way, it's not going to be good for you other than shutting the fuck up and going about your business. These kids are allowed to have too many fucking feelings. And I'm being realistic. Feelings that they don't even know how to control at this point in time within their age. I'm being realistic as an adult. It was times I didn't even know how to control my own emotions. So when you leave it up to a child to just be in control of themselves and be able to control you, that ain't much parenting, boo. But when you got people up here co-signing shit that they know is not right when it comes down to Robert and his oldest daughter, like why do people find it in them consistently to speak on that situation? Like it's not funny. It's not a topic that should be touched. And me personally, if you had any type of morals, you would mind your fucking business because you could be ruining something that actually could be being fixed by throwing on extra shit. These kids these days, they live their life through the factors of social media. You would expect them to do and say certain things. It be the grown ass folks for me trying to not only throw on the extra sauce, but the factors of the cheerleader. I can even understand the ones that be like, don't worry about it, baby girl. Whatever you going through, you gonna get. You understand what I'm saying? It didn't have to go with throwing, but people be so worried about hurting that child's father that they will even go to the extent of hurting her in order to be able to do it. Because who is they really hurting in that situation? She don't know none of these people. None, none, none. And a great relationship that could have been built is being ruined because you got grown ass people. Like I said, the difference in her, she's actually a child. So you would expect certain actions from her. Do you understand? But the grown-ups don't get no passes. The grown-ups don't get no passes at all. Okay? My daughter go through shit with her boyfriend at motherfucking 10 o'clock. She writing some shit on social media. You'll think her fucking life is over and it's coming to an end. By 10 o'clock goddamn night, my daughter out eating dinner somewhere, talking shit with her friends, talking about she the it girl and can't nobody see her. These kids is emotional fucking creatures. Okay? And they want to have their way with everything with no sense of control, baby. But you have to be able to stand within your sense of authority. I don't give a fuck if you don't speak to me from this week to next week. It's not the fact is that I like it, but I'm going to stand on the factors of my respect. And you might could play that shit with everybody else, but you know when it come here, that shit is not happening. A person never like a person that they can't get over on. Why would they? Why would they? That mean that they cannot get their way. When it comes around or comes to the factors of her, everybody else may treat her like an adult in the situation. But to her father, that is still his fucking child. What is we doing here? What is people probably ain't even got relationships with their own kids, and that's why they comfortable to ruin relationships or to ruin a relationship between somebody else and their other kid or their own. Like, let's talk about it. Because as an adult, even though I'm in this saga and I see certain shit, it don't make me feel that I have a right to cross certain boundaries and talk about it. Certain shit, just because you can listen, don't mean you should speak. Okay, you got some tea. You drunk some tea? Bitch, what you spilling tea for? All tea is not tea. Some tea that people think is tea, it actually be tragedy. People be watching situations get destroyed and caught in demise right in front of them faces or in their face. And the whole time, people be right down in them comment boxes talking about, yeah, yeah, fuck your father, fuck this and that. Like, come on. Where's the grandmothers at? Where's the aunties at? Everybody want to be an internet granny gangster. An internet gangster. No, I want to be a granny chilling on my land with a plan on my porch, smoking my weed, happy to see all of my kids grow and achieve and not have to go through the same generational struggle as me, whether it's mentally, physically, or financially. That is growth, baby. What are we doing here? Like, I don't get that. I don't get that. Queen Wilson, Tay love her some you too, girl. I love all of y'all actually, because some people don't even get to hear that in a day. And that's why I don't know if y'all notice, anytime I end a live, start a live, do a video at the end, I make sure I say, if nobody said that they love you today, Tay actually do. Do you understand that? Those words some people don't get to hear. And I don't give a damn how much money you got. Okay, it don't matter whether you're rich or whether you're broke. The things that people need the most, you can't pay for. Period, point blank. But yes, y'all, I'm about to go over to Joy Live. We definitely gonna have to finish this conversation later. I appreciate everybody that definitely dropped in and supported. I don't know if my moderators did. I'm pretty sure they dropped my Cash App in the comments. So if anybody could definitely bing bing bing, that would definitely be appreciated, baby. The likes is appreciated, the shares is appreciated, and definitely the super chats and those listening ears that chose to sit and be entertained by tech. Now, remember I said, if God woke you up this morning, anything else is an extra. Your girl Tay is out of here, y'all. Meet me on Joy platform, okay? Okay.
La 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 lattes were a la la.